is too much, guys. Look at this. Like, they are in. A very good morning, beautiful people. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Bongile Nkosi, and today, guys, I'll be giving you my November 2025 garden tour. Guys, today it is a gloomy day, which is good because yesterday it was terribly hot. We had a heat wave yesterday. So today it is gloomy and it's a very nice day. It is a bit chilly because it's a bit windy. So the wind is a bit on the chilly side. But all in all, I'm happy with this weather. And guys, we are starting this garden tour at the front of the garden. As you guys can see, my shrubs need a good trimming. I haven't done that ever since this season. I haven't trimmed this, not even once. And it's funny because we had rain early in the season. And also, guys, at the bottom here, my elephant ear plant, it's starting to bounce back because after I cut it back, it did not perform very well after that. I don't know what went wrong, but it certainly did not. And then here, my little white soldiers, just look at them, guys. Look at this beauty. They are currently flowering and they are looking so pretty. And then at the back, I have my little blue fingers. My little blue fingers doesn't seem to be happy where it is currently. And then as we continue to look underneath this garden bed, when you look at the shrubs, it has leafed out and the leaves are looking rather pretty. And my roses are not looking at its best currently, and I'm gonna tell you guys why. But look at that. Is this not pretty, guys? This is so beautiful. Okay, and then on this corner, guys, I have my Mexican snowball. I have plans for this, guys. Look at how pretty it is, and it's easy for you to propagate. So I'll cut some cuttings and have it spread around this garden bed. And here I have my campfire carosula. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but this is the campfire carosula. Even this, it's so easy to propagate. I'm just gonna do some cuttings and just fill up like the gaps there around it, and probably maybe even dig this up from here and plant it somewhere else and just have the campfire carosula fill up all the way here, and just move the Mexican snowball to somewhere here. It will look nice if it could just cover all of this space here, and then have my jelly beans here. I think it will look probably nice. And I have this aloe plant there. You can't see it properly because I think all my little white soldiers are taking over this garden space. They are just taking over this garden space. But I think I'm just gonna move this and go and plant it with its family here, because this plant has given me some more babies here. You see I have about 1 2. So if I could bring the other one over somewhere here and have all of this growing around this space, I think it would look pretty. It will have a cluster like the little white soldiers here. It will look very pretty, and just dedicate this entire garden space to succulent. That's the plan of action right now. And then at the corner here, I still have my jade plant. This jade plant is being shaded, but it doesn't seem to mind the shade. And at the bottom here, I have my foxglove. Look at how, not foxglove, foxtail. Look at how beautiful it is. This plant is very beautiful, and I used to have about 4 of them, and then the other 2 died of frostbite. I'm remaining with only 2, and some more what you call some more little white soldier, and this is my alamander, if I'm not mistaken. I think this is my alamander. It is growing because now it is up here, and then on the edge of the garden is just a reputation of my jelly beans, my elephant ear plant, and then all the way I have my sour fig. This, guys, this is good when you have a sore throat. You chew it, you swallow the water, and you spit out the thingy. What you call this? Yes, then you spit it out, your sore throat gone. Your sore throat gone. And this beautiful baby here, whom I seem to always forget their name. It's pink something something. And there's my second foxtail plant. Those keep surviving even though it does get frostbite. And every year I keep promising that I'm going to apply a frost cover, but I never seem to get around it. And then, guys, here's my other that plant that I was showing you guys, the same family as the aloe, and this one is about to flower. Just look at how pretty and dainty this is. It's looking so nice. And I think I need to remove the elephant ear plant so that it will give room to this, because already it has a baby there. Let me bring you guys up close. I don't think you can see it. It just got blurry instead, but there is a baby there. Yep. And here I have my other alamander plant, which I feel I need to remove from here because a lot is going on here. You can't even see it. And some more grasses. They are done flowering, most of the grasses. And then my other joy plant and another sour fig. And another thing that I need to remove from this space, guys, is my star jasmine. You can't even see that. You just see only this small dainty flowers. That today is a star jasmine. This is the plant over here. I need to dig it out because right now it's being smothered. You see, it's being smothered by the rose plant. And then all the way still have my little pink flower. And then at the corner here we have our Indian short. It's doing pretty well this time around. I don't know why. As for my rose wall, if you remember on my garden tour last year November, this was flowering, and this time around you don't even get to see the blooms, and I'll tell you why is that. Okay, guys, if you remember my November garden tour last year, I had a problem with my roses. My roses had a disease called copper rust that you find on roses, and it also had those dark spots. I was complaining about that last year, and it did not flower up until November. But this year my roses were in good health. They did not have any diseases or whatsoever. They were doing so well. They even flowered second week of October. This wall was covered in pink roses. It was so beautiful, guys. And almost the whole of October. Then last week, that's when my problem started. Last week I had an infestation of them. Is the fruit chafer beetle. You see those beetles with black and yellow spots on their back? Guys, they decimated my roses. My roses went from being very beautiful and looking nice to looking miserable. So what I did yesterday, I had come and just deadheaded most of them out from inside. I still have to do the outside. Yeah, I still have to do the outside. So what those beetles do, they eat. If you have fruit trees, they eat your fruits. And then if you have roses like I do, then they eat your rose flowers. That's why the roses, they just come and wilt. Because I was surprised with how can my roses be like wilting so fast, all of them like in one go, until I saw all of those petals like in clumps. They will be like in a group. In one flower you'll find a group of those petals. So Yeah, so I don't know what to do, but I don't think I'll do anything about it. Like, honestly speaking, I don't think I'll do anything about it. It will take care of itself. And yeah, it's a garden. That's what happens with a garden. Every year, it's a new problem. And then now I'm having another problem. Someone decided to start driving their car. Okay, this is the overview of the front garden. Currently, it looks practically like nothing, but when you come in closer on the first garden bed, here I have my rhodate tomatoes. At the corner here, I have alyssum and my rhodate tomatoes. I think they are about 2 weeks in because I think I transplanted them last week, and something was chowing at my tomatoes because I had to plant this too. I think I planted them last week because something was definitely chowing at my tomatoes. And look at this one. This one was cut like here. Whatever was eating did chow here, but it's still growing, which is something. And I also have marigolds, and I have a few what you call nasturtiums that are coming out, which I need to pull because there's just too much nasturtiums. And then I have this, and I think this is a butternut, a self-seeded butternut, which I'm gonna have to pull out, sadly. I will have to pull out because I will. This is for my tomatoes only. And then on my second bed, my zucchini, guys, this is the bush variety, and I can already tell that there are some flowers at the bottom there. As you guys can see, there are flowers coming along, and then I have my spinach growing here. I've harvested the spinach, I think 2 days ago. And I still need to come and transplant the remainder of my peppers. And this baby pepper decided to die. I had overwintered this, and then its partner still very much alive. And as you guys can see, there are peppers already forming, and I have parsley. I have 3 plants of parsley, and this is the pepper mix. This is the hot pepper mix. You can't really see it because it doesn't look, it looks dead, but I can see some growth down there. And then there is its partner, which I had also overwintered. I need to come and remove all the dead twigs and the remaining with the new growth. And I have some what you call this, spring onion. Yes, and I have spring onion on the third garden bed. I still have practically nothing except for my zucchini plant, which is flowering. That's all that's growing here. And then on this one, yesterday I did manage to put up the wire, even though it looks like I did manage to kill my berries, because I will, and I don't know how possible is for me to kill this one because it's thorny plants, it's hard to kill. And then I have this pretty zinnia that decided to plant itself here, and this one still looks green. This is the one that I propagated. It looks like it's still trying to survive. And those are my cherry tomatoes. Those tomatoes, I had kept them here because they didn't have anywhere to plant them, and since my berries seems like they are about to die, might as well allow the tomatoes to grow here. And then my raspberry did die, guys. If you remember on my September garden tour, those was still okay, but now I think I might have overwatered it. And then some self-seeded tomatoes, which I need to pull out. I can't be having so much tomatoes because I can tell you right now, those are definitely the yellow cherry tomatoes and some more nasturtiums. I'm supposed to be having I'm supposed to be having a sunflower somewhere here, but I don't see it. Serious, guys. And then there's a pumpkin plant here that's self-seeded. I'm also going to just allow it to be here. And then my northern exposure, I don't like how so not green my northern exposure is currently looking. It's looking yellowish, guys. I think it needs some nitrogen. I need to sprinkle some fertilizer around the plant, but it's still flowering. Look at those beautiful pink blooms. Hey, this is beautiful, guys. And then I still have not taken care of this garden bed. Okay, but my paprika plant is just doing fine. I need to come and remove all the dead twigs since there is new growth down there, and I need to remove all of that and just do a proper cleanup on this garden bed and put in some new compost. Already there is a lot of mulch going on there, and then I have my guava tree, guys. It's bouncing back. Hopefully this weather will allow me to finish recording because it's getting darker and darker. And guys, if you remember, I planted those 2 trees last year December, so this year December they will be 1 year old. This is my apricot tree. When I planted it, I did not cut it back, but this year September, when I was pruning my trees, I did cut it back, and look at it now. Just look at it, the difference it makes when you prune your trees back. They grow even better. They grow even better. Even my pear tree, if you remember how my pear tree was looking, it was looking so scrawny, and I did not even cut it back that much because here, this is where I had cut it here. But still, now it looks fuller. It looks like a tree. Like a tree should look. Like I don't know why I did not want to cut it back when I planted it, because it was just not looking great. And then guys, my compost pile, I am contemplating of moving it from here and taking it there on that corner there. That's the plan of action, because I don't think I like the situation here, because at first I thought I was gonna put trees around this area, but now I'm thinking rather let's move this compost pile to that side and then have the trees going. That's what I'm thinking. And this, guys, is my orange tree. If you remember on my November current tour last year, my orange tree was not this big. It has grown quite a lot, and then I can see some white flies on it already. That's the downside of citrus trees, ne? Citrus trees and white flies, best of friends, I'm telling you. And then on this side of the garden, guys, if you know, I said I wanted a wall of sunflowers. Then tell me why only one sunflower. Oh, it's about 2 sunflowers. Where is the rest, guys? Where is the rest of the sunflowers I planted? Because I can tell you that I planted more than 1 sunflower in the space. I planted more than 1 sunflower, but I can only see this one, and there is this one. I don't see the rest of the sunflowers, and I have quite a lot of nasturtiums, marigolds, and probably this is zinnias coming up. And I also did plant some echinacea, and another thing that I'm struggling with is echinacea, guys. My echinaceas, they don't germinate, and people keep saying echinaceas are the easiest to start, but no, that's proving me otherwise. And then I did build the 2 garden beds for my archway, which I haven't built until this day. I don't know when I'm going to do that, but I will eventually do it. And then Lana, guys, I had planted some popcorn. Tell me why only 1 germinated. 1. Only 1. Where is the rest? What happened to the rest of my popcorn? So I'm gonna have to replant again. And then on this, I have my spring onion. My spring onion, like, it's doing its best, Shem. It is doing its best. And then I have my Roma tomatoes. Guys, whatever is eating my tomatoes, it means business, because I had about 7 or 8 plants of Roma tomatoes, and this is not Roma tomato. This is the raw date. I had planted from the batch that was remaining there. So these two, definitely not Roma tomatoes. I'm left with 1, 2. Guys, out of 8 tomato plants, I'm left with just 2. This one and that one. What does that mean for me? It means I need to restart. Look, guys, whatever is chowing, ne? Whatever is chowing, look, this is what is happening. Whatever is chowing my tomatoes, it means business. Because, hibo, guys, it does not give my tomatoes a chance. So I'm gonna have to restart some more Roma tomatoes because this is the case right now. I only have 2 Roma tomatoes. How is that possible? How am I going to can? Because now I know how to can my tomatoes. Okay, this is one of the edible flowers. I don't know what the name of this is. I guess we'll get to see once it has grown a little bit bigger. And then I have my banana tree. And someone had asked in the comments if whether banana trees does survive Joburg weather. Here's proof. Banana trees do survive the Joburg weather. Yes, it does get frostbite, then it dies back. Come spring, it comes back. It's as simple as that. And then, guys, on this area here, I have a few pots. I have a plan for this area. If you know, you know. I walk out here. This is my workout space. So I have a few plans to make this place a little bit more beautiful, but for now I have my foxtail plant here, and then I have my mint. Look at how fresh the mint is currently looking, and this is my Indian shot that I decided to put in a pot. And then here I have another guava tree in a pot. This used to be my mango tree that got frostbite and died. And then, guys, there is another mango tree that planted itself in my guava tree pot. And the thing is, with the avocado trees, I give up. Because remember, if you remember correctly, I had one here in this pot. It had overwintered nicely and all that, but come spring, it died. Come spring, it decided to die on me. Now I have another one. So I'm just gonna let it be on that pot and just not gonna pay attention. Maybe if I ignore the tree, it will grow. And then I have my jatropha with its dainty red flowers. Guys, this is very, very much beautiful. And then I have my anthuriums. My anthuriums, they are coming back. I had overwintered them in this pot. I did not replant, and by the look of things I will be having some more blooms. And at the back there I have my little white soldiers. So this pot is a very happy pot, but I feel like my jatropha needs to grow more leaves, if you ask me. Like, it should fill up a little bit more, like bonamos, so that it can look even more better. And guys, there is the enemy that's eating my roses. This is the fruit chava beetle. This it starts from being a crab. If you know those fat looking crabs, that's it. It turns into this beetle. And then now we are on my pumpkin trellis. What I did with the pumpkin trellis, what I did differently on my pumpkin trellis is, if you remember, guys, when I did this trellis, when I put up the wires, the gaps were a bit wider in between, so I added more wires so that the space are not as wide as they were. That way, it's going to be easier for the pumpkins to climb up than last year I did it, but I did not do it properly. And let me show you guys how are things doing in this gathered space. So this is the entrance from the front of the garden. If you see, guys, at the corner I have two beautiful sunflowers which are doing so well, and at the bottom I have some nasturtiums, and then on this side also I have nasturtiums, and this sunflowers seems to be growing from deep underneath. Seriously, guys, because I believe this is the teddy bear. This is supposed to be the teddy bear, and guys, it's taking its time to grow because I planted both of the sunflowers at the same time, and actually on this garden bed I had more than two, so I don't know why only two germinated, but only two germinated. And then at the corner, when you start here, I have my two flat white ball pumpkins. Already they've started to trellis, and look at how beautiful and lush the leaves are. And then if you move along, I have my Queensland blue pumpkin. This is the Queensland blue pumpkin. So is this one. I think I have about 4 plants of the Queensland blue. This one, I don't know why it's lagging behind, because they were all planted at the same time. And this what happens when it's too hot. This is yesterday's heat alone, and I need to trim some of the older leaves, trim them so that the sun can get to the bottom leaves. And then this is all the Queensland bloom. And then here I have my cucumbers. Those are self-seeded marigolds. And guys, I've noticed that I do see some squash bugs here and there, but not as much as I did last year. Probably, I don't know, maybe it's because I have quite a lot of marigolds around this plants, I don't know. So I have, this is the Ashley, yeah, this is the Ashley cucumber. I have about 3 of them. Here's another one, and this one has already started to vine up and it's already showing some flowers. Then I have this other, what you call this one, this is the garden sweet cucumber. So yesterday I separated, that is why they are not looking so pretty. They were two in one spot, so I had to kind of separate them. That's why they are not looking so happy right now, which is a good thing. Today it's a cloudy day, otherwise they were just gonna suffer even more. I also transplanted some alyssum to this side of the garden because I have quite a lot of alyssum. And I have in this corner here, if you guys remember last year on my garden, November garden, so there was nothing here. And this time around, it's November, a lot is going on here. A lot is going on here. I can't even see my sunflowers because I planted sunflowers in this garden bed. But nginembuya, guys. Look at this. Imbuya. And then my beautiful, look at how beautiful and dainty this zinnia plant is. It has a pink and orange stripes in it. It's so pretty. And then your normal pink zinnia plant. And then I have my cherry tomatoes. This is the yellow. Yes, that's the yellow cherry tomatoes. This is self-seeded, guys. Look at how well it is growing. I need to come and prune the bottom leaves so that it can remain healthy, and it already starting to flower, as you guys can see. And then on this side of the garden, a lot is also happening. I have quite a lot of nasturtiums. Those are self-seeded. If you guys remember, I had one plant of nasturtium in this corner here. That is why you see now. One thing about nasturtium, you plant them once, you have them forever. And then I have my sweet red tomatoes and Mr. Little Bird Day. Yeah, my sweet little tomatoes. This I transplanted it 2 weeks ago, and it's doing pretty well. And then I have my cucumbers, not cucumbers, guys. This is a butternut. From here to that pole there, it's all butternut. This was my first plant. No, was this my first plant or did it self-seed? I think this one is the one that self-seeded. And here I have two plants, so I need to remove one. I need to pick and choose. I need to remove one. Mombuya, guys. Nibizana ngimbuya morogo. And then I have quite a lot of alyssum plants here, so I need to pull some away. And at the edge of this garden bed, I have those yellow beans. Those are the bush variety all the way up to the end. All of my butternuts here, they are two. I need to either I separate or I just remove one. And then I have my spaghetti squash, guys. Look at how well it is doing. So I need to remove one because I just want to plant, because I am trying it out for the first time. So I don't know if whether I will like it or not. So what needs to happen? I need to remove the other one, and I know that I only have two. And then I have, what did I plant here? Oh, I planted the Van Niekerk pumpkin. This is the Van Niekerk pumpkin, and it's doing so well, guys. I have about 4 plants of the Van Niekerk, because I had planted the Green Harvard here. For some weird reason it did not germinate, so I ended up planting the Van Niekerk pumpkin. And I have my orange squash. I decided to plant one of the plants in this garden bed, so it's doing so well. And you guys will see Gutilo, she's doing so well compared to the ones that are still in pots. There's difference. The difference. And then all of this associated marigolds. And over here we have my peach tree. If you guys remember, last year November, this tree was somewhere here. And look at it now. Definitely next year I'll be getting some peaches, because I think this year the tree will be 2 years. Next year will be turning 3 years. Oh, it's 3 years old. Next year will be definitely turning 4 years. That's what I'm thinking. I can't remember correctly, because this was a soft-seeded tree. I dig it up from the garden and put it in a pot. Then I think 2023 or last year early. No, not last year. I think it was 2023. I decided to put it into the ground. So the tree is probably 3 years. And if you remember, on my last month's garden tour, I was complaining about it being infested by aphids. And guys, I'm looking at the tree currently. The tree is doing so well. I did not spray anything. I did nothing. What happened was I started noticing more ladybugs in my garden, and they took care of the aphids. Guys, nature knows how to take care of itself. Like the ladybugs, they started being like here for a week. Within the end of that week, you could not find any aphids on this tree. So the tree is recovering well. I'm happy with that. I am just happy with that. And on my melon trellis also, I did add a few wires yesterday to reduce the gaps in between. It looks way better. And then on this corner, I had planted sunflowers here, but I don't see any. I just do not see any sunflowers, but I can tell you what I have: zinnias that are self-seeded. I'm supposed to be having a sunflower here. Oh, maybe this is the sunflower. Maybe, who knows? Maybe I think this is the sunflower, because I've planted the teddy bear sunflowers, so I'm thinking this is it. So it's being smoothed by the zinnias. And then self-seeded alasam. There is more alasam in this garden bed, and then ngiyabona futhi ukuthi nembuya is coming along also. And then here a lot of alasam. I need to pull some of it out, and my cantaloupes, you can't even really tell where my cantaloupes are because of all of this. And I also have some peas, self-seeded peas. Like, you don't know, you can't see what's going on here because of all of the alasam. I need to just pull it out. And I have another, this one I think it's a watermelon. It's a watermelon. And I have a cauliflower which is forming a head. Look at this, guys. Is this not pretty? This is so pretty. Once it's done, I can remove this from here. And then I have so many. This, I think they are all self-seeded watermelon. Look at this, because there is no way I would be planting watermelons like this. So I'm going to separate them because there is practically nothing growing there. Here there is nothing growing, so I'm just going to separate those watermelons. And I haven't been successful with watermelons so far. I did harvest one tiny watermelon. Probably the one that are self-seeded will do better. That's what I'm hoping for. And then at the corner here is either this is a cantaloupe or it's a gem squash, because I had planted gem squash here. This one is a self-seeded, so I'm just gonna let it be. As you guys can see, it even grew in between the bricks here. And then at the corner we have a cute sunflowers. At the bottom we have some calendula, a lot of the alasam that's self-seeded. One thing about alasam, same goes with nasturtiums. Alasam will grow. Once you manage to grow it once, then you'll have it for life. And then at the corner here, my lemon tree. This is my lemon tree, guys, and I'm gonna have a lemon. Look at this. And there were two. I think the other one fell off, guys. Yes, it did. There it is. There it is. How? Because I know this was, I had two lemons, and I had more than two, but I know this tree is still very small to be having so much, but there is still flowers coming up. Like, look at them. There is more flowers, so which means the tree is preparing to give me more lemons, guys. It means my other lemons fell off because yesterday we had a gust of wind during the night. I think they fell off. Only this one remains. Only this cute one remains. Nothing else. Okay, I'm happy with that. Then on this corner here, I have my blueberry bush. I don't know what's happening with this blueberry bush. Last year this was doing so well. It was even growing faster than that one there in that green pot. But now it looks like, I don't know, because the twigs are getting brown, or maybe I'm over watering it. I need to cut back on the watering and see what will happen. Maybe it hates being watered too much. And also the leaves got burnt by the sun, the ones that were trying to survive. They got burnt by the sun, and I'm just gonna come and just clean up all the dead twigs and then cut back on the watering department. And then this blueberry bush is doing better than the other one, but what I need to feed it with an acid fertilizer. That's what needs to happen here, because it did not keep its fruit for some weird reason. So I need to apply an acid fertilizer so that it can actually try. But look at how big the leaves are. This is the first time this has given me those big leaves so far. Every time my leaves are always this small. Wow, that's a welcome change. And then on this table here, those are my seedling aphids attacked my brassicas, guys. Look at how so unhappy they are currently looking. My broccoli and cauliflowers, look at them. They are looking so terrible right now, but I'm hoping they will bounce back. And then all my peppers. This is the Chinese 5. This is the Chinese 5. And then this is the Thai red. This is Thai red. And then I had the pepper hot mix and the habanero. The habanero I only have 2 plants. And then I have some sweet pepper. This is sweet pepper. And then as for my other peppers, they did not germinate for some reason. And guys, as I was telling you about my orange squash, this is the ones that are still in pot compared to the other one I showed you that's already in the garden. You would think I planted this, I started them at different stages, but no, they were all started at the same time. The difference is those are still in pots and the other one is enjoying the ground and the space in the garden. And then this is my rosemary. This had already started to germinate, and unfortunately someone was trying to steal a cable. My neighbor does not have electricity, so there was a cable coming here to my side of the house. So someone was pulling at the cable, and the cable started to drag the table, and this fell off. So now we have no germination whatsoever. I need to redo all of that. And then here we have thyme, which by the look of things did not germinate. And then here we have oregano, which I can see some germination. And then the chamomile, guys, the chamomile, I started it in August. It doesn't seem to be growing. Guys, is it me or what? This chamomile tea, it's just not growing. It's just not. And then here, I think last month I started this. I have my beetroot. Not all the blocks germinated. A few did and a few did not. And then my eggplants certainly did not germinate. I started eggplants also. They haven't germinated. There's nothing in that row. And then here I have oysters also. These are also some of the plants that are giving me a headache. Whenever I try to start them, they just do not germinate. And then these are petunias. All of them have germinated, guys. Are those not pretty? And then these are pretty pinks, which by the look of things about only one germinated. And basil, all the blocks, only one. This is lime basil, only one block germinated. And this is the royal carpet alyssum, excuse me. And then on this side, guys, these are all cut flowers. This is the new cut-off range that just came out. And my cosmos germinated on their first week. They germinated. And the green mist hasn't germinated. And my pixie balls, look at them, guys. They've germinated. Even my fruit bowl, 2 of the soil blocks have germinated. And then I have basil. This is the dark opal basil. Oh, there it is. I thought it has not germinated. You can't really see it because it's purple in color. And this is sweet basil. And then I have zinnias. This is the cheesy zinnias. They are red in color. I can see here they've already started germinating. And then this is the Billy Button. Look at that block. That block has more that's germinated and a little bit on this side. And then those are carrots, guys. I was experimenting to see if, so you know, carrots, they will not like to be transplanted. So I'm just going to put the block like this into the soil. That way I'm not disturbing anything. So because I've been struggling with getting my carrots to germinate of late. Like the struggle is real. And then here I have my, what is this? Oh, this is fennel and coriander, guys. Coriander hates the heat. All of my coriander had germinated, but look at it now, because it was just too hot of late. And then let's appreciate all of my vining trees, guys. If you remember, if you were to go back and watch last year 2024 garden tour, this there was nothing up here last year. Nothing at all. The the passion fruit was somewhere here last year November. It was somewhere here. And look at it now, guys. Just look at it. This is the entire Persian fruit, and I have fruits already growing. Those are my Persian fruits. Look at them, guys. Just look at them. And hopefully this time they'll ripen quicker, because this time around they fruited in September than what happened them fruiting in June. They had fruited in June, yes. That's why they took forever to ripen up. So probably this time they are definitely going to get quicker in ripening. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. Probably around January, February, I will start harvesting. And then as for my red grapevine, it's also doing so well. It is also doing so well. It's growing, guys. It is growing. And my green grapes, guys, just look at this. This is all of my green grape vine. It's doing so well. And this time around I have more fruits. Like there's fruits everywhere. Last season, it was my first year of this tree fruiting, and this time around it is its second year fruiting. I just cannot wait. This time I'm just gonna be eating my fruit to the fullest. To the fullest. And then at the bottom here, I have my cake plant. This plant, it's self-seeded. I did not plant this. This was self-seeded, and it's doing so well. And then here we have my bougainvillea plant. Look at it. It is growing, but the only downside, it did not flower as much. I don't know, maybe towards the end of the season it's going to flower. So what I want with it, I want it to come all the way up to the side. Then can you imagine, once it starts flowering, then it flowers like this, and then at on the background you'll have the greenery of the passion fruits and the grapes. This space, this space, and I think I need to put green grass at the bottom to look so beautiful. And then here, guys, if you remember, I had a drain here, so I needed to put a lid on the drain, but it was just not looking pretty, and at the same time it was in the way. It was gonna create a fall, so I just sprinkled flowers. So as you guys can see, a lot of marigolds, and there's a sunflower, then there's some zinnias and some nasturtiums. Like I just sprinkle a mix of flowers so that when you walk you don't find yourself falling because of that thing. Because of that thing. And then when we go to the side of the garden bed, this is my sweet potato garden bed, and I can see I have sweet potatoes coming here. I need to move this to that space there, because this space here is empty, because last year I had planted corn in the space. Yes, I had planted corn, so I'm just gonna have to move that and move it to there. And I have a loads of nasturtium growing here, but the plan is I want flowers all of here. And then this is a self-seeded potato. I did not plant any of those sweet potatoes you guys are seeing here. They came back on their own. And then this other potatoes, they suffered from blight. That is why you see them dead right now. And I don't think there is any potatoes at the bottom. I will just have to come and check to see what's going on underneath there. And then here, Muvelum Kukulana. Next to it, what I want here, I want sunflowers. That's what I want. But now this, guys, I think this is my raspberry plant. It came back on its own. Remember, I removed that one, and now I'm seeing this, so I'm like, girl, it means when now you love the spot, so I'm just gonna let you be. You can grow here since you want to be here. And then I do have sunflower plants that I planted. There is 1, 2, 3 that germinated, and yesterday I transplanted a kale plant here and here, and I have dill that's flowering. That's the thing, my dill seems to like to bolt every now and then. And then those are sunflowers that I transplanted, which are the ugliest sunflowers I've ever seen. Look at the leaves, guys. It got sunburned. You'll think I poured water on it, then it got too sunny and this happened. That's what you would think, I'm telling you. And then this is the blackberry bush. This also came back on its own. My blackberry bush was here. I removed it and she came back on her own. So I'm thinking the berries, they really loved this spot. And I mean, I was here thinking they don't love the spot. That is why I moved them. But no, I was wrong. They loved being here. So we're going to leave them where they love to be. And then I also planted another Indian short here. And that's not looking pretty. Can you imagine once this, because this grows really tall, maybe it's going to grow up until somewhere here. So it's gonna look very beautiful next to my sitting area. And next to my sitting area, some more ugly sunflowers. And the heads are about to form. Those are self-seeded, but they are very ugly. And then at the bottom, I have loads and loads and loads of zinnias. Look at this pretty zinnia. So I'm thinking I'm going to plant a new batch of sunflowers here, because this one, I had thought because they are self-seeded, they're going to do better, but they are very ugly. They are ugly. And then this was also a self-seeded pepper plant. It self-seeded last season, so I overwintered it, and probably we'll see how it does. For some reason, it's not leafing out, but already you can see it's flowering. It is flowering, but it's not leafing out. So I'm just going to cut out all the dead twigs so that I can allow it to have a better fighting chance. This is the overview of my big garden. It's looking better than it did last year, November. So we're gonna start with this garden bed. This garden bed is pretty much new. If you guys remember, I had my orange tree growing here. So now I have my tomato bed here. So here I planted my pineapple tomatoes. Look at how big they've grown. Like, they've grown. You'll think these tomatoes, I planted them at different times. But it's funny because those ones, they are bigger than my Roma tomatoes and my raw date tomatoes. But the downside is the other one, this one. And when I transplanted it, this was actually bigger than the rest. And I remember thinking that one, the last one, I planted it there because it was smaller. And I was like, no, I needed to plant it at the end of the garden bed so that those other ones will not shade it out. But no, they are growing faster. No, well, now you are stagnant. And then at the edge, I planted some calendula. This is dianthus, guys. This is a dianthus plant. First time growing this. And then some more calendula all the way. And then at the corner, I planted some alyssum. And I have marigolds growing in between. The other marigold that was here got eaten. So I need to plant another one. It got eaten. I need to plant another one. Maybe you're asking yourself why I'm leaving so many girls. I'm still going to be planting basil in between these plants. Basils, basil and tomatoes, they go very well. So that is why I still have some more space, and then at the end there I still have more space. I'm thinking I'm going to plant one plant of purple cauliflower and one plant of white cauliflower. I will see. That's what I'm going to do. And then at the bottom of this tree I planted my strawberries. For some reason strawberries don't seem to do well in my garden, but I did harvest a few, maybe about 5 strawberries from this plant. This plant hasn't given me any strawberries. And then here, guys, my nonchi tree. It has grown quite a lot, but the downside of this nonchi tree, white flies, guys. Look at this. Just look at this. But I'm seeing a few nunchies. Hopefully they will not drop, because I had more than this, but by the look of things most of them have already dropped. This is the biggest so far. This is the biggest so far. Like, as you guys can see, most of them have dropped because I had quite a lot. A lot. And the white flies, you. I need to come and wipe them off. I need to come and wipe them off because my tree is currently suffering. And then at the back I had this cauliflower which also got infested by aphids. I need to come and just pull them out. And then guys, I need to move my pineapples from here, and it's because I tend to forget about the space here. So what I'm thinking, I'm just gonna move them away from here and plant flowers, because anything edible does not thrive here because I tend to forget about it. Maybe it's because of this tree. And this tree, as you guys can see, this side, it's like there's nothing. Like, you look at the gap here, it's because the wall gives it shade, so it receives sun from one direction. It's not getting the sun around, so it's only getting sun from one direction. So that is why I think whatever I grow here needs to be shade loving. Maybe I can grow in what you call, I can grow a lettuce. Let's try that. Maybe I can grow my lettuce here, because then it will be shaded by this tree. I will try that. I'll definitely try that and see how it goes. And then on this flower bed, I haven't grown any flowers off yet. Actually, the plan was for me to plant my chamomile, but that plant is not growing. Those plants are just not growing. I don't know, but I will give them a chance for the next 2 weeks. If by then they still, then I'm just gonna plant zinnias as usual, because you guys know I do know how to plant my zinnias. They don't give me a headache. They just don't give me a headache. They just do what they are supposed to be doing. And then at the corner here, I planted my flat petty squash. First time growing. Yeah. And then my red cabbage. And I think it has formed. It's not done yet. My red cabbage, my drumhead cabbage. This is the first time that I actually have a drumhead cabbage in my garden, and a head is forming. But I think I'm starting to have cabbage worms. Look at this. These holes over here. I need to come and inspect all the leaves so that I can just remove the cabbage worms. And then I have some spring onion, carrots. Those carrots I've overwintered, and this one is even flowering. And I need to pull out that nasturtium, otherwise they'll start taking over the garden space. And I have some more spring onions, another drumhead cabbage. Look how pretty it's looking. That one not so pretty, just not so pretty. And then my carrots, guys, are finally bouncing back. Like I told you guys, I had an aphid problem. Even my carrots were infested by aphids. That is why I don't bother thinning my carrots, because I know it's always the issue. I will have aphid issue that will thin them out. So the ones that did not survive, they died, and the one that survived, and they're bouncing back. Look at how beautiful they are looking. And then I have my garlic. I don't know if my garlic is ready or not, but my garlic is not looking the prettiest, if you ask me. Like, guys, it was my first time trying to grow garlic, so it's not looking the prettiest currently. And then here I decided to plant sweet corn, and it is sparse because not all of it germinated, so yeah, it is what it is. And then as for my onions, guys, I harvested all the ones that had bolted, and what's remaining is what did not bolt. So hopefully this will continue to bulb up a little, and then it gets ready for me to harvest and cure. It's not a lot, but it's something. And then I have my spinach. Look at the leaves. Yesterday's heat, the leaves got really burned, and especially the tiny ones. Look at them. Yesterday's heat, when I say yesterday it was hot, it was really hot. And this onion, this one looks like it's going to be my biggest yet, because you can already see it from on top of the soil. And then here I have two of the squashes. I didn't have the heart to remove the other one. That is why, look at the difference. That one looks smaller and this one looks bigger. It's because there is two of them. And then I have my spinach at that corner. And then in this garden page, a lot is happening. And I cannot tell you what's what for now. Because I really don't know what's what. We will see as time goes, because I planted quite a few different things in this garden bed. And then, guys, tell me why the sweet peas are not performing. I started the sweet peas with the beans at the same time. And the sweet peas, I can tell you one thing for sure. They hate the heat. You'll never see me planting sweet peas in spring again. I think I will plant them like mid-July. I'll start putting my sweet peas in the ground. Just look at them. They are so scrawny. Like, they are trying, Shem. I will give them that. They are trying, but they just don't love the heat. The leaves keep getting burned. They die back. Then they try to bounce back when it's cooler. So I think I can plant them in July or at the end of the garden season. For now, and I need to come with my sweet corn and just fill in the gaps. And my red onion, guys, by the look of things, most of it is ready. Once you see it start to flop on the ground, then you know it's ready for harvest. So, and I have another peach tree there. I need to dig it up and put it in a pot. And look at my beans. My beans, but I have a lot of Christmas beetle, so they are chowing at the leaves. You see the holes on the plants. But by the look of things, I will start harvesting some beans. Last year I was already harvesting beans by this time, so this time around we are a little bit behind on the harvesting. But by the look of things, before end of November we'll start harvesting. And this time I did build a better structure for my beans. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to plant another succession of beans this side, since the peas they are struggling. So I'm just going to give up on them and just plant more beans on the side. And those ones, Uzongitshela, come January, they will be up there. Don't say I did not tell you guys. That's how fast they run. That's why they are called runner beans because they go up, 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 up. That is why this time I made sure I built a better structure than the one I had last season. And then on this garden bed, guys, right now I cannot differentiate who's who. La, njengoba I only see green. But I can tell this is a zinnia. If I'm not mistaken, these are California poppies. If not California poppies, they I can't remember the name. And then this is supposed to be one of the edible plants, and maybe this one. Okay, I also have some grasses, so I won't say much here because a lot is growing and there's some it's not in a stage where you can identify what's what. And then just look at how pretty my spinach is looking. And then guys, this is my other pepper garden, and look at the self-seeded pumpkin. This pumpkin is just taking over the garden right now. So what I'm trying to do is to direct it to rather go the side instead of it just occupying this garden space, because as you guys know, I have my peppers on this garden space. Right now I can't even see my chives. I have chives there. You can't even see them because I've also got a jalapeno which already has a jalapeno pepper there. So my battery is running low. I am back and I was about to finish this video when this camera of mine rudely turned off. I don't know why the battery was running so fast, because unless this video is super long, I don't think so. So guys, I was here with my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pumpkin. I was telling you guys about this pumpkin when the camera decided time's up. Okay guys, as I was saying that I have my paprika plants which are being shaded out. Also, I need to come and just trim off all of the dead leaves. And then as for my beautiful, beautiful self-seeded pumpkin, I'm trying to direct it to rather go to this garden bed. They can mix up with the sweet potatoes. That I do not mind, but I do not want it to take over the rest of this garden bed. And then let me try and walk out. And then on this side, guys, I have my radish, which are being covered up by this. I don't even see it. And I had forgotten that I have radish growing here. So I have radish that's growing here. I need to come and harvest. I have both red and white. And then also here I have my bell peppers. These 3 plants of bell peppers are the ones that I had overwintered. And they are flowering, guys. They are flowering. So I need to get a fertilizer that's high in potassium for the flowers and the bell peppers, and I'm hoping this time around I'm going to get really big peppers. And then I have another self-seeded plant, and I think this is a butternut. Obviously I am going to move this one from here. I do not want it here, so I have to move it. And I have another tree there. This is another peach tree that I need to dig out. And guys, on my red onions, only one did bolt, the rest did not bolt. So I guess the red onions, I can say they were a little much of a success, even though they are very small and they are ready to be harvested. I did harvest a few, I think day before yesterday. Even the ones that side, I harvested them. I'm gonna put up a video clip of me harvesting some of this. Yeah, I think guys, I've currently shown you everything, and everything is looking just beautiful. And yeah guys, that's it about my garden in the month of November. And guys, if you remember last year in November, I was complaining a lot about my water issues, because my area, we were really struggling. Even this year we did struggle about, we had water issues, but what made the difference was the fact that I also now harvest rain water. So we had early rains, and I have a Jojo tank that helps me with collecting rainwater. So I'm able to water my garden every now and then. And the fact that it does rain every now and then. Last year, we had our first rain in October, towards end of October. So this year we had really early rains, which was very, very much beneficial. That is why now I have a pumpkin that's this size already in November. So, and then last year also I did not have the issue with beetle. I did have an issue with the Christmas beetle, but not the other fruit chiva beetle. So it's the first time that I'm having that issue. I guess that comes from having a lot of grabs. If you have a lot of grabs, those grabs, they turn into that beetle over time. And I don't think I will even do something about them. Nature will just have to take care. It's just a pity that they do attack my flowers. So I'm even wondering what will happen once all my flowers starts to bloom. You know, guys, I grow a lot of zinnias, sunflowers. So we'll see if they will also be attacking my sunflowers and zinnias like they did with my roses, because I will, they really, really decimated my roses. They really did decimate my roses. And another thing that I'm really looking forward to this year is my grapevine trellis that is going to fill out properly this year. Probably this year, this entire trellis will be properly closed in. Even my pumpkin patch, my pumpkin trellis, I'm hoping this time around it's gonna close completely. Last year it didn't, but probably this year it will, because it does rain quite a lot. So guys, I'm yapping a lot. I am yapping a lot. I'm just excited about my garden, guys. I can see the difference. Like at first now I was thinking, now why does everything look like it's growing so slow and everything, until I watched my November garden tour video of last year. Then I saw the difference. I was like, last year my garden was not looking this beautiful. Last year my garden was just struggling, but it made a comeback come December, January. Yeah, made a comeback. But all in all, I'm happy with how things are going. And the only another thing that I'm struggling with, echinacea, guys. Echinacea and istas, I'm struggling to get those to germinate. I will. And even carrots have joined a group of things that I'm struggling to germinate. I don't know why is that, but it is happening. So guys, I'm just gonna end this video here. If you love this type of content, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up below, and leave a comment. And guys, don't forget to watch it. I'll be seeing you on my next video. Bye.